much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to hang out with me. Today's video, I'm sharing with you my Sephora VIB haul. This is actually only 1 out of 3 packages that I have. The other 2 orders, I will just throw a picture up on the screen of what they are. Luckily, Sephora came through at the very end, literally an hour before my coupon expired. It ended up being restocked. Not that I really needed it, but it was a limited edition item that came back. And when this brand does limited edition, it really is limited edition. Except it is a re-release, besides the fact it's limited edition because it'll probably go away forever after this. I will link my Sephora haul playlist to watch previous hauls, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let's get unboxing. April was my birthday month, and I finally redeemed my birthday gift from Sephora. I picked out the Briogeo Revive and Repair Duo. I really enjoy Briogeo hair care. It can get pretty pricey. I couldn't beat this up because these are 2 of my favorite products. We get 1 fluid ounce of the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. And then we also get 1 fluid ounce of the Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This is one of my favorite hair masks. This is just a bonus for me. I really just wanted more of the hair mask. It has been a hot minute since I have used Briogeo's hair mask. My hair could definitely use it. Griffin literally just got finishing up vacuuming the bathroom and he's like, how are you not bald? It's actually cooperating today because I haven't been outside. The humidity just hasn't poofed it out yet. Probably after a couple days when it is a wash day, I'll probably use some of the mask, give it a little bit of hydration since the salons are still closed around here. My ends are very, very dead, very gross, having a little bit of breakage as well just from straightening. So these 2 products are definitely going to be getting some love. Pretty sure this will only get 1 or 2 uses just because I do have so much hair. This haul was also my first Pat McGrath purchase, and I ended up splurging on the relaunch of the Decadence palette on Pat McGrath's website. It's something that I was very hesitant about, but that was also the same day our vacation that's supposed to happen in September got canceled. I was in my feelings, so I said, YOLO, we are splurging on Decadence. I haven't really been spending much during quarantine. I have been very frugal and saving on my money, so this haul and another haul that I have coming up, I definitely did splurge and treat myself, and now it's back to saving. I ended up picking up a Pat McGrath lip trio. This is the Mini Lust Gloss Lip Trio version Sunset Seduction Trio. Each one of these glosses is 0.05 fluid ounces. I still feel like they're a decent size, and considering Pat McGrath is a little bit more expensive for this to be $25, I felt like it was an okay deal. Pat McGrath has been a brand that I've had my eye on for a while. It's just a very expensive bougie brand. It's around the same price range as Natasha Denona, but at least with her palettes, I feel like you get more shades and to work with, whereas Pat McGrath palette is $125 and you get 10 shades, which is very insane. I'm still in shock that I went through with it. It's okay, it'll be worth it. I was so sad when I missed the Decadence launch with the Star Wars packaging. That color story is the most exciting one to me. I figured if I don't get it now, I'm never gonna get it. All the other places where I've seen them try to resell it, and I don't even know if it's authentic on Mercari or eBay, but it's definitely an inflated price. This is what the glosses look like. I'd rather get 3 shades to work with than just 1. I was very indecisive, so that's also why I went with the trio. This is the shade Flash 6. Ooh, I like that. I like the doe foot. I liked how opaque it is, and it didn't feel sticky. I have been really enjoying wearing liquid lipsticks with a gloss over, like how I have on today. It's always hard for me to find like a nude lipstick, so I feel like these are gonna help out with the nudes and like the very light pinks that I have. This is Sunset Rose. That is a gorgeous shade. Oh, I'm gonna love that over like my Dusty Rose shades right there. Gorgeous. And then this is Love Potion. It's not completely white. There's still a little bit of a light pink tint to it. I hope it works out over some other shades. Definitely gotta try them out by themselves as well with pairing, but I see myself wanting to pair these with other lipsticks that I already have in my collection. A second product by Pat McGrath, I got the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. Picked up the shade medium. I always see the shade medium out of stock and it pisses me off. Luckily it was in stock for this sale. It has really good reviews, and I know for me, my under eyes. I do have wrinkles. I have a little bit of texture. There's dark circles. The under eye area is a complete struggle. So I wanted to see how this product could help out. A lot of loose powders are very drying when I do set my under eyes. The one that I really like for my under eyes is the Too Faced Do You powder. That powder has like a little bit of an illuminizing shift to it, so it doesn't make my under eyes look completely dehydrated. And then the Becca hydrating powder that has a cooling effect also helps keep my under eyes very moistured when I'm wearing makeup throughout the day. This one is a solid one, something a little bit different that I haven't tried. It's been on my wish list since it launched. You know what? 20% off. Gotta take advantage of getting some Pat McGrath products. These like rhinestone packaging is very annoying. Like now it's just covered. There's no point for that. It's very wasteful in my opinion. I get it because it's supposed to be luxurious, but this is like 5-year-old arts and crafts shit right here. Now that my floor is covered with them, finally got it out. Okay, so this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be because I believe this is $30. $30 for a tiny compact does seem a little absurd. Hopefully I'll actually wear concealer if this product works out. Concealer is a step that I do tend to skip. Miss Fenty had some new additions to her line. She came out with some Freestyle cream blushes. I picked up the shade Cool Berry, and then she has the Freestyle cream bronzer, and I picked out Macchiato. Cream products do scare me, but I do have a Tati Blendiful to be able to test these out. I still haven't tried it yet. I've had it for a few months now. Testing that out keeps getting pushed out, but I felt like these products were perfect to test them out. Ooh, oh, there was no protective over it, so that's my fingerprint. Okay, that's a very pretty shade. Ooh, I like that. That is right up my alley. There is a little bit of a glowy shift to it. I'm very excited to see how that's gonna show up on my cheeks. I will say the blush size definitely took me by surprise. I thought it was gonna be around the same size as the bronzer, like for comparison. Wow, that's a very pretty bronzing shade. Ooh, perfect. I was a little afraid it might pick up orange or red, especially when you are looking at a computer screen. It can always be a little deceiving. Fenty is one of my favorite brands. I always get excited when they launch. It's funny because when Fenty first launched, I was like, oh, just gonna be a cash grab for Rihanna. Boy, was I wrong because her products are pretty legit. I was so excited when these launched. I knew I had to get one bronzer and one blush. If everything works out nice, I definitely want to pick up another blush. There were so many different shades that caught my attention, but I'm really happy that Cool Berry swatched pretty and it's something up my alley. And if I can just figure out how to blend out cream, I know that these two products are gonna get so much love. Melt launched a new palette. This is the Rust palette. Melt is so hit or miss for me. Like I did a 3 looks 1 palette using the Millennial Pinks palette. I had such mixed feelings about it. The mattes worked out really nice, but the shimmers were just lackluster. And then you have the Myrte palette, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite palettes that I have in my collection. I have created some of my most favorite looks using that palette, like really grunge looks that are just my aesthetic. So I'm hoping that this one will not be patchy. It is definitely on the neutral side, something that I probably already have in my collection, but I heard so many great reviews. I don't know. I just wanted to have a more positive Melt experience. But then again, a lot of critiques came out about Melt just coming out with palettes like this, and the 421s could probably be dupable since Melt has already put out similar palettes to them. Let's do some swatches of it just to see how everything feels. But I do think that Melt is pretty expensive considering how many shades you do get. I believe this is a $58 palette. You only get 10 shades. Oh, I didn't even say the names. What am I doing? So from left to right, we have Classic, Antique, Erode, Rubbish, and Tarnish. I felt like these shades swatched pretty effortless, and there's still a crap ton of pigment on my fingers. I hope that the mattes are blendable. That is something that worked out really well in Millennial Pinks. But the shimmers were very lackluster. And I feel like right here that everything should work out okay, but then swatches don't always translate onto the eyes with a brush. I'm very hopeful. I just hope I'm not let down. Rust, Redox, Mar, Ravage, Rot Square. This palette is absolutely stunning. It's very neutral. I'm still shocked that I actually picked it up because I have 1,000 neutral palettes, but I couldn't resist Melt. Even though Millennial Pinks was a bust, I still always get excited when Melt does put out a launch. I don't necessarily think that you need to splurge on $60 for one palette for only 10 shades. I do think their formula price is definitely inflated a bit, but it is nice if the palette does cooperate. Like Myrte, I have no regrets. Rust, I might do a dedicated video. I think I can maybe do a 2 looks, 1 palette, 1 look using this half and then the other look using this half. It's funny because I used to not like pairing palettes together. It's something that I'm being a little bit more accepting to, especially for something like this, like a blue or a green. That would probably be the 3rd look. This is something I'm looking forward to diving in and just seeing how this palette performs compared to other Melt palettes. The last makeup item I picked out was the Tatcha, the liquid canvas. And it's funny because I have the solid canvas and I never used it. It's only a tiny sample size that I got either redeeming my points or maybe I got it in a set. And I've heard that the e.l.f. putty is supposed to be a dupe for it. I haven't tried either one of them and I own both of them. But the liquid one definitely caught my eye a little bit more. I was a little shocked how big this bottle was. Online and makes it look like it's huge, like kind of like the Essence, but this is only 1.0 ounces. This product is 50 bucks. That's a lot for just this little bottle of silk canvas. This is supposed to be really nice and hydrating if you do have dry skin. It's also oil free and it says apply 1 pump to skin after SPF before makeup for face and eyes. I don't think I would necessarily use this for my eyes. And that is what she looks like. So a decent amount does pop out. It has a tacky feeling to it, a little bit of a scent. That's how it looks like, how it's rubbing in. My hand does feel super moisturizing after rubbing it in. It did take the surface of my hand a while to soak it in, so I do feel like 1 pump for your entire face should be enough. I do love Tatcha. It is one of my favorite brands. I haven't tried everything from them that I want to, like their eye cream so bad, but I feel like subscription boxes are very eye cream heavy these days. Lastly, I did pick up 2 skincare items. I picked out the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Oil Infused Serum. You can definitely see some face separation due to the oil. I'm very intrigued. I really enjoy Fresh skincare a lot. A lot of their products have worked out really nice for me. You get 3.3 fluid ounces. It's another more expensive brand. I believe this was close to $60. Girl, I know. I love the rose toner. In my mind, my logic was that this is gonna work out for me really nice since rose toners do a great job after cleansing, rushing the hydration back without making me red or increasing sensitivity. It works well with my moisturizer, so I figured if I'm using a rose toner and a rose serum, those two together are going to be really great to really lock in and keep the moisture in my face as opposed to letting it free and secrete throughout the day. Serums, I don't know what it is, but it's so difficult for me to find one that actually does something for my skin. Day by day, my face is getting closer and closer to mature skin, and with these high-end brands and high-end prices, I just expect results. Is that too much to ask for? And lastly, we have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA plus BHA Pore Tight Toner. I am a huge fan of this watermelon line. I feel like any video I talk about skincare, watermelon sleep mask is always brought up, and this is what she looks like. I would be terrified dropping this because it's just gonna shatter everywhere. There goes all of my product as well as shards of glass. So PHA is a gentle non-drying acid that smooths and softens skin and is known to be great for sensitive skin. I have noticed as I've gotten older, my pores have become a little bit more visible. I don't know if it's due from previous exfoliating, enlarging the pores, or if that does just come with age. I don't know. I feel like pores is just a very temporary fix, like tightening your pores. I feel like they're just gonna go back and expand. I think that's just a fact of life. But hey, pores, we all have them, nothing to be embarrassed about. So the items that I don't have that are on their way, one literally just shipped. Hourglass launched a setting spray, the Hourglass Veil Setting Spray. I haven't used the primer, but I love their Hourglass Veil powder. So good. So I just wanted to see what the setting spray was like. It has a lot of expectations to live up to Slay All Day. Also picked up the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face-Based Priming Moisturizer, the mini size. Because like the big size is like $65, crazy. But you still get a decent amount. With the mini size, you get 0.50 ounces. This is like my first Bobbi Brown purchase that I've personally done. All the other Bobbi Brown stuff that I've had were either given to me or a sample that I got. I've always found Bobbi Brown a little bit boring and inflated. Nothing has really wowed me, but I've heard so many good reviews on this primer that I wanted to see what the hype was about. I'm pretty sure the next product I only picked up is because the waxing salons have been closed and I am struggling filling in my brows. So I picked up the Tatcha Major Brow Shaping Wax, and I wanted to see at least help me shape out my brows and fill them in nice, because I am there for a good like 20 minutes. There's just so many sparse hairs everywhere getting in the way. I don't have tweezers to pluck. I don't want to ever pluck my eyebrows again, because I definitely did my fair share of over plucking back in the day. I'm still a little traumatized. I ended up getting the shade Clear, and now Clear is out of stock while Tinted's back in stock. I really wanted Tinted. Felt like that could work out a little bit better for me. YOLO, we'll see how Clear works out. And then the two items that kept going in and out of stock, I picked out the Herbivore Blue Tansy Fruit Enzyme Resurfacing Clay Mask. I don't know why I'm having so much texture and redness right now and I'm just staying in the house. I'm sure my whack quarantine schedule is contributing to it, as well as stress and probably being mentally exhausted all the time, just being cooped up in the house. Herbivore is a brand that I haven't really tried yet, and I have their resurfacing treatment to try. I'm a little hesitant on trying it because I did try a peach and lily one and it made my skin so sensitive. It was burning in this area especially. And then the last product is the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. This is the one that absolutely shattered me when it was out of stock. I don't know, I love Hourglass, and I haven't tried any of Hourglass's highlighters yet, and I felt like this was a perfect trio that was just gonna work out with so many different looks. But luckily, an hour before my coupon expired, it came back in stock. It even sent me an email saying something that you were looking at is back in stock, and I was like, ah, go, go, go. So this is my Sephora haul. I would love to know if you guys picked up anything during the sale. Did we pick up any of the same products, different products from the brands that I mentioned, or what were some products that have been on your radar? Stay on the lookout for testing out these products and hoping to give you guys an update on how the skincare works out, as well as the other products that are still on their way. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.